Silver price is getting smashed lower, down over 5% today. Is the rally in precious metals over? Let's get into it. SD Bullion is giving away a monster box of 2024 Tree of Life silver coins. Sign up today at sdbullion.com/sweepstakes. Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. Today we're talking about precious metals prices, both gold and silver, and the big move we've seen today and why this is happening. Is the rally in precious metals over, or is this just a slight correction before things take off again? So we're looking at silver futures right now. We can see at the moment silver's down $1.60, 5.49%. That's a huge drop. We're all the way down to $27.53. Now let's take a look at gold. Gold is down considerably as well, down $64.90, 2.69%. Gold has fallen less than 3%, silver over 5%. So obviously silver is falling faster than gold. Now the big question is, why? Why are the precious metals getting crushed today? The first thing I want to point out is that the dollar is up, albeit just slightly. The dollar is stronger today than it was yesterday. This is in line with what we would expect when we see precious metals prices fall. But now we have to ask, why is the dollar up? Well, the headline from this Kitco News article reads, heavy price pressure on gold and silver as risk aversion recedes. Gold and silver prices are sharply lower in early U.S. trading Monday on profit-taking pressure and weak long liquidation in the futures markets. There has also been a perceived easing of tensions in the Middle East, which is a negative for the safe haven metals. So basically what he's saying here is that if the world is not worried about World War III, then they don't need to be rushing into precious metals. Remember, gold and silver are those safe haven assets. In another article, we read, gold price down more than 2%, correction has just begun, but analysts see a buying opportunity. Although gold is seeing a sharp sell-off to start the week, some analysts believe that investors need to put the price action into perspective. Although gold prices are down more than 2% early in the North American session, they appear to be holding initial support at around $23.50 an ounce. Some analysts warn that gold prices still have further to fall as focus returns to U.S. monetary policy and shifting expectations that the Federal Reserve will maintain its aggressive monetary policy longer than expected. So this is kind of the thing that I'm looking at. If we're not worried about geopolitical events, we need to look at the Fed, because that is what has been primarily driving gold and silver price over the last year or so. Now we come to the Fed Watch tool. This is one of my favorite things to look at when we're trying to figure out where precious metals prices are headed, because the two biggest drivers of precious metals prices right now anyway are geopolitical events, fears of wars, that kind of stuff, and monetary policy. If the Fed starts cutting rates, this is bullish for precious metals because likely the dollar will get weaker, and if precious metals do the opposite of what the dollar does, they will probably get stronger and go up. So if you want precious metals to go up, you want the Fed to start cutting rates. So we're looking at the May 1st meeting, and CME Group is predicting 96.1% chance that rates will not go down in May. Fast forward to June, they're saying 83% chance that rates will remain the same. July, they're saying now a 57.3% chance of rates remaining the same. So no rate cut predicted in July. This is different from what we have seen in the past. We saw it was likely going to happen in May, then it was June, then July. Now we have to fast forward all the way until September to see them finally predicting a rate cut. So 33.2% chance of rates remaining the same, about a 67% chance of rates coming down in September. But every time I check this tool, it seems like they're pushing it back further and further. I would not be that surprised if they start predicting November or December or maybe even next year at some point. I mean, it is looking like the rally we have seen in precious metals might be losing a little bit of steam. Now we go over to Twitter. We're looking at a recent post by Nikki Shields. If you don't know who she is the head of metals strategy at MKS PAMP, one of the biggest gold companies in the world. She says, no new bad news is bad news for gold and silver bulls. War premiums unwound, even though geopolitics or the US dollar or rates isn't what got gold up here in the first place. The pace/trajectory higher will slow in gold, while $2,500 is the next target. I expect it won't be a straight line. There is a good 100 plus drawdown in the cards over the next few weeks, just given where prices have come from. That is a buying opportunity. So she's saying, look, prices for gold could come down even more, but she does think it's a buying opportunity. David Morris, senior market analyst at Trade Nation, said that he also sees potential for gold prices to move lower, but pointed out that previous corrections have proven to be good buying opportunities. When precious metals experience the type of gains they've seen over the last 10 weeks, sell-offs can be deep, but also quite short-lived. Despite this, both metals are still a long way above any significant levels of support. Will they backfill and reset or just power on regardless, he said. In a recent interview with Kitco News, Carly Garner, co-founder of the brokerage firm D. Carly Trading, said that she sees a pullback back to 2330 or 2300 as a solid entry point for investors who missed the initial rally. Her current upside target for gold is at $26.50 an ounce. So what is the bottom line? Where do metals go from here? Well, I can tell you this. Silver is down considerably today. Gold is also down considerably today. What I like to do when the metals are down is to buy more. I like to buy the dips. I don't like to buy when gold and silver are going up. I like to buy when they are going down. So should you see this as a buying opportunity? I say absolutely yes. Can they go down more than they've fallen so far? Absolutely. Do I know what's going to happen tomorrow? No, I have no idea. They could go lower, they could go sideways, they could move up. I mean, honestly, if there are more geopolitical events, whatever, we could see another rally in precious metals tomorrow. But I don't know what's going to happen. So my strategy has never changed. My strategy is to dollar cost average. You buy a little bit this week, buy a little bit next week, or whenever you get paid, whenever you can afford to get more, whatever. And over the course of years, you'll just have an average price you paid for your stack. And if you are able to buy on the dips, then you will do a little bit better than you could have done otherwise. But ultimately, I think that the dollar is destined for failure, and you need to have some wealth outside of that system in real money to protect yourself, to protect your family, so that no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. This is your insurance. Physical precious metals are real money, real wealth that you can hold in your hand, and I think everyone should have some. With that being said, I want to know your thoughts on the price drop today. Put them down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.